Hello friends, and welcome to your week ahead TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. This week I am using two really interesting decks. I have got on the side over here the Tarot of Oneness, and this is the mini edition. You can see by the size of my finger next to it exactly how tiny this deck is. So we're going to use the Tarot of Oneness. I love this deck. It is so vibrant. The colors, the graphics, the artwork is just totally beautiful. So Tarot of Oneness is the deck that we're going to be using, and then I have something brand new to my collection, something that I'm super excited about, and this is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. So the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, it is an astrology deck, and I am currently entering into my second year of astrology studies, and really excited, finding it incredibly difficult, but we're doing it. So this deck, astrology cards to illustrate or to illuminate your life, I only got the deck in a day or two ago, so super excited to use it for the first time. And I think these two are going to work really well together. The artwork, the art style, if I should say, is quite different, but I think that they're going to talk really well together. So friends, TarotScopes, what are TarotScopes? How does it work? So TarotScopes are when I record 12 readings or messages based on the same format, based on the same style, using the same cards, but obviously getting 12 very different readings. And we do a reading for each sign of the zodiac. Now, when I start the readings, I do set the intention that it be for your sun sign, that it be for your rising sign as well. So for those of you who are familiar with your rising sign, if you've ever had your natal chart read, you will know what your rising sign is. You can watch your rising or your sun sign. Those are the two that I mainly focus on, because it's the parts that really identify or help to you be you, if I can put it that way. So you can watch those zodiacs to get an idea of what the week ahead has in store for you. So I don't really do predictions as such, but what I do is the energy of the week ahead. So like, what are the things that you need to be focusing on? What are the things that you need to be aware of? What will be the kind of lesson for this week ahead, so that you know what it is to where to put your energy, where to put your focus. So this week we're doing the 29th of Jan to the 4th of Feb. Can you believe it? We are moving into month 2 of 2024. I really struggled to wrap my head around it. I mean, you know, like what happened to the festive season? Did we even have a festive season? So anyway, so friends, down the bottom over here will be timestamps to help you navigate the reading, to go to the different portions of the reading that you wanna watch. And as always, I ask in return is a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and a comment below is always welcomed and appreciated. So let's get straight into it. We start at Aries and we move all the way through the zodiac to Pisces. Aries, hello and welcome. Let's get into your reading. We're starting with the tarot this week, and as you can see how tiny these cards are. We're going to give it a shuffle. We're going to draw just a few cards from the tarot, and then we're going to take one from the oracle as well, to see what is the energy of the week ahead for all Aries sun and rising signs. Okay, I'm happy with that shuffle, Aries. Let's cut the deck, and I'm going to draw 2 cards for you straight off the top. So our first card we have is the Action of Swords. Second card we have, beautiful, is the Empress. We have the Action of Swords and we have the Empress. Right, let me shuffle the oracle and let's draw an oracle from the astrology cards, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, to see what is the energy of the week ahead for Aries. Okay, cutting the deck and taking a card off the top. All right, you've got the moon in Capricorn. Oh, that is so interesting. Right, so we've got the moon in Capricorn with the key word of practicality. So Aries, let's have a look and see what does this week have in store for you. So there's a couple of things. If we look at Action of Swords, so in traditional tarot, Action of Swords would be the Knight of Swords. You can see him down the bottom here. So, and you can see that the way that the horse is raised up, that there is progress, there is movement, there is advancement. We have sort of this light illuminating on the peak of a mountain where a victory flag has been placed. And that's exactly the message of our Knight of Swords. He's basically saying to you, we need to move quickly, we need to move fast, we need to be courageous, brave, but we need action, we need progress, we need movement. So that's telling you, Aries, that this is going to be a very busy week as you climb the summit to the top to place your victory flag, to place your flag of success. So it's going to be a busy week, and the focus is on achievement, accomplishment, finishing the goals, achieving everything. Then we've got the Empress. Now here we have, if you have a look here, we've got a mommy's a mommy elephant's trunk, and we have the sign of Venus on the mommy elephant, and then we have baby elephant lying there. And look at mommy elephant, she's bringing a little flower, and there's flowers all over the place. We've got butterflies, we've got fruit, we've got an abundance of everything. And what she's doing is she's nurturing her baby, she's loving her baby, she's caring for her baby. And that's exactly what the Empress is. It's about Mother Nature nurturing and being that supportive figure to anyone and everybody who needs it. Then we've got the astrology card, and as I said, here you've got the moon in Capricorn, which stands for practicality. So the moon is about our emotions and our feelings. So what this is saying to us, Aries, is that this week there's a lot that you need to take care of. There's a lot that is going on for you. There's a lot of emotion that's being put into a thing. That's the moon energy. But we've also got this kind of fast dynamic action of achieving, accomplishing, and succeeding at whatever it is we've set out to. But we do always need to remain practical. Okay, slow and steady wins the race. If you look at the artwork across the top here, we've got the bulls that are basically plowing the land, but we've got everybody working. We've got some that are chopping, we've got some that are planting, we've got some that are harvesting, all the rest of it. So it is about being practical and not racing to be first. It's racing to succeed. Okay, it is racing to succeed, but not at the detriment of anything or anyone else, because we have to do everything with love, compassion, and understanding. So Aries, as you step into this week, there is going to be a lot going on. You are going to be incredibly driven, ambitious. You're going to be incredibly ready to charge ahead, but you need to do it with love and compassion and understanding. You need to slow yourself down, nurture and bring the feelings into it, because you do have the moon in Capricorn supporting you this week as well. And remember, it's practical, not over exaggerations, not over pushing yourself, not trying to do too much, not always trying to focus on being first. Slow and steady will get you there, and there is a lot going on. So I do wish you a wonderful, successful, and happy week ahead, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care, Aries. Taurus, hello and welcome. All right, let's get into your reading and see what is the energy of the week ahead. What does this week ahead have in store for you? So we're starting with our little mini tarot. I'm giving it a shuffle. Let's cut the deck all the way at the back there, apparently. Card number 1 for you, Taurus, we have got Life Force Energy. Oh, I like that. Card number 2 that we have for you is the Hermit. Oh, wow. Right, putting the tarot aside, let's bring out our Oracle and move those out the way just so that I can shuffle the Oracle. The Oracle is a little bit bigger than the Tarot because the Tarot is mini. Let's give it a shuffle. So Taurus energy for the week ahead. Okay, cutting the deck there and taking a card off the top. Right, let's put those aside. And here, oopsie, what do we have here, Taurus? We have got negotiation. Oh, that is so interesting. You've got Jupiter in Libra. Oh, Jupiter in Libra. That is very interesting indeed. All right, Jupiter in Libra giving you the keyword of negotiation. So Taurus, let's have a look. The first card we have is Life Force Energy. Now, within this tarot deck, they do have a couple of extra cards, and this is definitely one of those extra cards. It's not one of the traditional tarot cards. But what do we get from Life Force Energy? Well, first of all, the scenery, it speaks to my heart, okay? We've got beautiful lake, we've got beautiful forests, we've got air, we've got crisp, we've got clean, we've got everything going for us. This is about tranquility, happiness, and joy, but this is about, just being in the now, being in the moment, and just appreciating everything that we have, everything that is going for you. Life Force Energy is also saying to you, Taurus, to understand that sometimes we have to get into the space of the center of a situation. We need to become that center pillar of a situation. We need to understand what is going on in order to have the full picture. we have the Hermit card that's coming through as well. And if you have a look, so this is, if you think about it as this is your view from your eyes, this is your hand holding the lantern, and now we have to climb up these stairs all the way to that green light. And these stairs seem to be never ending, you know, and the more you climb, the more there are, and it just seems to be ongoing. So the Hermit is the card of introspection. And if you've ever been in a camping or been in nature in this kind of environment, it's so easy to be in the moment. It's so easy to be introspective. When you're sitting in a place where there is so much activity going on around you, it's easy to get caught up in that chaos, okay? Because if you're in an incredibly busy, like if you try and sit peacefully and quietly on the side of a busy street, you know, and there's people and cars and motorbikes and buses and hooters and talking and screaming and, you know, all the rest of this kind of stuff that goes on, it's almost impossible to be calm and tranquil and in the moment, because you get so caught up in the hustle and bustle around you. The Hermit is about introspection. It's about taking your time, but it's about going on that journey by yourself, for yourself, with yourself. So we've got two cards of introspection, of being in the now, being in the moment, but also understanding that you need to get to the center of a situation to fully understand it in order to make decisions and choices for yourself. And then we get this negotiation. Now, what's interesting, I note on the negotiation, we've got the moon on one side, we've got the sun on one side. The background of the card seems to be dark. I mean, I know we've got the sun here, but it seems to be dark. And then we've got all the color that seems to be on the inside of this diamond shape. Negotiation is a situation of two people trying to get the best out of a situation and trying to find happy ground, mediocre, trying to find balance between the needs of one and the needs of another. Like, what do I have to offer? What do you have to offer? And how does that equal and balance itself out? That's the Libra coming through with the balance and the scales. So Jupiter in Libra is basically saying to you, don't accept anything at face value. Ask the questions, probe a little bit deeper, look a little bit harder, and see what it is that you can find. Life force energy, again, reminding you and the Hermit to be in the now, to be in this moment. Don't overcomplicate the situation. Stop, breathe, find your space before you open yourself to negotiation. Do not accept anything at face value. You need to look a little bit deeper. You need to ascend those stairs. You need to look around you to determine if it's safe, to determine what is there for you, and to determine how best you want to handle it, how best you want to deal with it. So Taurus, this week, it's about getting to the core of a situation, understanding your needs, and being open to negotiation with others to make sure that there is an equal exchange. But you need to have your needs, wants, and desires taken care of first. So you need to be a little bit selfish this week, a little bit self-absorbed, a little bit more concerned about you and less concerned about the happiness of others. And that's where the negotiation comes in. So Jupiter in Libra is telling you to ask for what it is that you want this week. All right, Taurus, beautiful message for you. Love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome, Gemini. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you. So we're giving our little Tarot of Oneness, our mini Tarot of Oneness, a shuffle. And let's cut the deck and draw out two cards from this deck. The first card we have for you is the Two of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. Second card that we have for you is the Chariot. Oh, wow. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave them to the side just for a second. Grabbing our oracle, which is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Let's give it a shuffle. I want to draw a single card from here, and then we can see what is the message for the week ahead for Gemini energy. Okay, cards are shuffled, cutting there, and taking a card off the top. We have restlessness. We have got Mercury in Aries. Oh my gosh. Listen, if you know Mercury and if you know Aries, you know what restlessness feels like. All right, we've got the Two of Swords, we've got the Chariot, and we have got Mercury in Aries. You can see there's Mercury at the bottom and Aries down there. So Gemini, what this is saying, let's start off with the Two of Swords. Immediately you see there are two doors, one with a blue light, one with a green light. We have two feathers over here. And it's like, okay, which one are you going to go? Are you going to go blue door or are you going to go green door? I know immediately you're asking yourself, well, what's behind the door? You know what? At this stage, we do not know, okay? This is the thing, Gemini. You've got two options. You've got two doors. You've got two choices in front of you. But and you have to pick one. You have to go. You have to say, right, I'm going to go blue or green, but you don't have information as to what's on the other side. So the restlessness is that desire to make a decision, the desire to pick a door, but we don't know what's behind. So it creates anxiety. It creates this kind of torment, okay? This torment. Now, you could choose based on preference of color between the blue and the green. You may choose it based on other people's opinions. You may choose it based on what other people have said to you or what you have yourself learned about the situation or behind what's behind the doors. But the truth of the matter is you don't know until you know. Then you get the Chariot. And the Chariot card is the card of progress and movement. It's the card of continuous going. Here we have two dolphins that are swimming in the water, and they are moving continuously. They know where they're going. They sort of have an idea of where their end goal is, of what they're, where they're wanting to go, what they're hoping to achieve. But they have to keep checking in with themselves, and that's when they do that kind of, chatter that they do, sending out the sound waves to sort of just check to see where are they. We know that they're intelligent beings, but they're constantly checking in with each other, and they're constantly checking their environment to make sure that they're still moving in the right direction. They're paying attention to the currents, they're paying attention to the waters around them, all of those kind of things. The restlessness from Mercury and Aries, Gemini, is coming through and saying to you that this is not a week to stand still. This is not a week for you to stand still and do nothing. This is a week of progress, of action, of decisions, okay? And even if you don't necessarily have all the information that you would want or need, to make an informed decision, it's like that mustn't stop you, okay? You have to go on gut instinct. You have to go on intuition. You have to allow yourself to move in whichever way you absolutely have to. But make decisions and make progress is an absolute must for you this week, because there is this kind of itchy feet. There is this kind of restlessness. And accepting the status quo and leaving things as they are not the order of the week. So Gemini, a lot of progress for you this week. And even if, like I said, you don't have all the information, don't let that stop you. Don't let that stop you from forging ahead, moving ahead, and making choices and decisions. It's time for action. It's time for you to make progress. So pick the door in whichever way you are comfortable in picking it, or whether it is, like I say, choosing it based on color preference, choosing it based on left and right, what you feel is right there, trusting your intuition. Do whatever you need to do, but make movements, make progress, because there's definitely a restless energy about you. But you need to start trusting and believing in yourself when it comes to making choices. Gemini, sending you so much love and many blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Right, Cancerians, hello and welcome. Let's get into your reading and see what does the week ahead have in store for you. So shuffling my mini tarot of oneness, let's cut the deck and see what cards we get. Right, so 2 cards for you, Cancerians. First card we have is the 8 of Wands. I love that artwork, isn't it gorgeous? Second card we have is the 9 of Swords. All right, so Cancerians, I'm going to leave it there for a second. I am picking up our oracle cards. Let's give them a shuffle and see what card we get. This is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. It's astrology cards. Shuffled and cut for Cancerian. Oopsie. Right, let's just fix that. Gosh, that was terrible. Making such a mess, but they are still cut, and this is the one that is for you. All right, and your card is, look at that, we have got Mercury in Pisces. Oh, that is quite interesting. Mercury in Pisces has the keyword of inspiration. All right, so let's start at the beginning here, Cancerian. So we've got the 8 of Wands. Now, here you can see we have an open road. There are, a bit of trees and stuff on the side, but there is this kind of open road. And if you've ever been on a road trip, some people love it, some people hate it. I'm a road trip kind of girl. Put me in a car, take me somewhere, let's drive for hours and hours, have the music, have conversations, have good food. It talks to me. 8 of Wands is about progress. It is about understanding that even though the road never seems to end, even though it seems to be, ongoing and never ending, and, just this ever winding kind of, long straights and a couple of curves, but it seems to be never ending. 8 of Wands is saying to you that when you're on the road, when you are traveling, you've already embarked on a journey, you haven't arrived at your destination, but you are in progress. But it's movement in progress. That is the message of the Eight of Wands. So what is that saying to you, Cancer? It's saying to you that this is going to be the week where you are going to feel as if you're not achieving anything, you're not getting anywhere, you're not accomplishing anything, but you're making good progress on the journey itself. We have this, with this, we have is the Nine of Swords. Now, imagine yourself lying in this bed, right? This is your feet over here, and this is the foot of your bed. You can see that there are some scary things lurking in the dark. Imagine yourself lying in that bed, looking at the foot of the bed and seeing all of that. It's going to give you fright, fear. It's going to cause anxiety, and that's exactly what the Nine of Swords is. The Nine of Swords is the card of allowing our imagination to run away with us, allowing ourselves to become fearful of things that we perceive that maybe are not real. So we've got this kind of feeling of never-ending, ongoing, continuous, but feeling like we never arrive at anything, and we have fear and anxiety that is creeping in as well. And then we get this dollop of inspiration. So Mercury is the planet of intellect, of thinking, of the mind, of communication, and all of those kind of things. And then we've got the dreamy element of Pisces. And together that brings inspiration. What is inspiration? Let's unpack that word ever so slightly. So inspiration is when you have an idea that excites you and gets you, enthusiastic and gets you motivated towards action. A point towards action. Action is the Eight of Wands. So Cancerians, you're going to find yourself this week maybe feeling a bit frustrated, maybe feeling a bit nervous that things are not quite working out as they should, or as you hoped, or as you wanted. But it's because you're on a really long road, okay? And yes, you've started, yes, you've embarked, yes, you are making progress, but it just seems like, when you get in the car for a road trip and it's going to be a 12-hour road trip, you're excited at the beginning, but 4 hours in, you've still got 8 hours to go, and you're feeling like, oh my gosh, it's going to be the longest 8 hours of your life. That is what we've got going on here. You are at that point, okay? You are at the halfway mark, or the 4-hour mark of a 12-hour journey, feeling like it's just never going to end. But you are also full of inspiration. And you need to use this inspiration to your benefit, to assist you and to help you to continue, and to not allow your fear, your stress, and your anxiety to hold you back. So it is going to be I'm going to call it a bit of a tough one for you, Cancerians, but we need to make sure that this doesn't rule the order of the week, okay? Do not allow your fear and your stress and your anxiety to control you, or to limit or restrict you in any way. Recognize the progress you have made, recognize how much further you still have to go, and let your inspiration guide you through the rest of your journey. All right, Cancerians, wishing you just the best week ahead, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Leo, hello and welcome. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you. Giving our Tarot of Oneness, the mini Tarot of Oneness, a shuffle. Let's cut the deck. Card number 1 for you, Leo, we have is the Four of Swords. Just giving it over there. Second card that we have for you is the Four of Cups. Oh, we've got the 2 fours. Oh, that's interesting. Bringing in our oracle. This is the oracle of the radiant sun. It is an astrology deck. Let's give it a shuffle, looking for a single card from here for Leos for the week ahead. Okay, cards are shuffled, cutting at the back, taking a card off the top, and you have got, oh, this is interesting, Saturn in Gemini. You can see Saturn down the bottom, you can see Gemini there, and Saturn in Gemini gives you the keyword of concentration. Now, I don't know if this is concentration too much or not enough, if it's something that you need to do, if it's something that you avoid doing, but let's have a look. The fact that we've got 2 fours is also incredibly interesting. I was going to say that one's a number 3, it's not a 4, but it's close. It's close. So the Four of Swords. So here we have somebody who is clearly sitting in, I'm going to call it a meditative pose, okay? They're sitting in a bit of a meditative pose. They've got their hands resting in their lap. You can see that their legs are crossed over there. We have the feathers, we've got a rosary, we've got a singing bowl. So there's clearly a little bit of downtime taking place. Clearly a little bit of meditation, a little bit of introspection, but not a lot of activity, Okay, so immediately, Leo, that's telling you that this is what your week is going to be. This is going to be a week of you needing to slow down a little bit, of you needing to be a little bit more concentrating and less action. And I know that's difficult, but it's about having mental clarity and mental strength and mental abilities as opposed to physical. We also have the Four of Cups. Now, this is such an interesting depiction of the Four of Cups, because if we look at this portion of the card here, from the hand and the trees down, it's clearly black and white, but then we've got the spot of color across the top there. And this hand almost looks like it's almost in a protection mode, and it's protecting our little deer that we see in the opening there. But everything is black and white down here. There's only a spot of color behind. And what this means is that what we look at, the main portion of the card looks a little bit dull, doesn't it? It's not fabulous. It's not wonderful. It's great. And yeah, I mean, like, there's a cute little deer and a cute little opening and everything is great. But because of the lack of color, it almost dulls the experience. But then we have this hand, and to me, it's almost like it's a hand of protection. But sometimes that protection can feel a little bit restrictive. It can feel as if it's taken the joy out of the situation. And it can also make you feel as if it's all just a little bit blur. All right? If we added the color, if we allowed that color to seep, if we allowed that color to come through, I promise you this whole image, this whole scenario would just be wonderful. So the Four of Cups is the card that says to you that sometimes in life we are so used to seeing things that we actually don't see them anymore. So if you see this experience, if you see this view every single day of your life, you would soon stop, if I can say, you would soon stop noticing the beauty that's right there. You would soon stop seeing the joy, the benefit, the beauty of what is right there. And every now and again, we can become quite blasé about things that are truly fabulous in our life. So we need to, Four of Swords, we need to slow down, we need to reflect, we need to meditate, we need to be mindful. We also need to slow down, reflect, and be mindful of what it is that we are seeing, what it is that is right in front of us, to understand that our own subconscious has possibly removed the color, removed the joy, removed the glory. And Leo, reminding you, we've got Saturn in Gemini telling you concentration. It's time for you to focus and to concentrate on what is right in front of you, not concentrate on getting things done. It's not about action. It's not about action. Notice the mouth is being kept closed there. It's not about the action. What it is about introspection and concentrating on what's happening inside of yourself. And that, Leo, is the focus for you this week, because maybe your view has become a little bit discolored, or color has been removed because you're not seeing, appreciating, and valuing what is right in front of you. So contemplate, concentrate, and see what is right there in front of you. Much love and many blessings, Leo. I do hope that you have an amazing week ahead. With love and blessings from my heart. Take care. Virgo, hello and welcome. Let's do your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you. So Virgo, giving our mini tarot of oneness a shuffle. Let's cut the deck and see what cards want to come through for Virgo for this week. So Virgo, card number one that we have for you is the Seven of Swords. Oh, it's gorgeous artwork, isn't it? Second card I have for you is the Four of Cups, which has literally just come up for Leo ahead of you. Interesting. And let's now grab our oracle cards and let's draw a single card from the oracle as well. This is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. It is an astrology deck. And let's see what message comes through for you from here. Okay, and there is our card. Let's put these ones aside. And here you have got, oh, this is interesting, Mars in Cancer, which gives you the key word of quarrel. You can see those two guys are ready to face each other. So this is interesting, Virgo. Let's see what we get from this message. Starting with the Seven of Swords. Now, we can see we have this beautiful leopard in a tree. And if you've ever had, I'm going to call it the pleasure or the displeasure of meeting a leopard in the tree in the middle of the night in the wild, I would imagine it's incredibly frightening, incredibly scary. I have not had the pleasure or displeasure, but I would imagine, like, as much as I love the animal and in awe of the animal, facing it face to face must be incredibly intimidating and scary. So what happens when we find ourselves in a situation of fear, when we find ourselves in a situation where we are a bit nervous or a bit anxious? How do we handle situations like that? Well, we get on the defensive, don't we? And we immediately do everything in our power to try and protect ourselves. Whatever that means, whether that is running away or whether that is, preparing for the quarrel, preparing for the fight. But we do everything we can to protect ourselves. Now, let's have a look at this Four of Cups. Now, this Four of Cups is a very interesting depiction of this particular card. Typically, the Four of Cups is the card of boredom and disinterest. But if we look at the artwork here, the main portion of the card is black and white. The color has been withdrawn. The color has been sapped out, taken away. So we have this black and white image. It's a beautiful image. We've got a cute little deer. We've got nature opening. We've got this hand, and it almost looks like this hand is protecting, what's going on. But maybe the hand is blocking the color from actually coming through. So the picture is fine. The picture is beautiful. The picture is lovely. But without color, it's not fabulous. With a bit of color, this picture would be amazing as that Seven of Swords. But the Seven of Swords puts fear in us and makes us feel like, oh, you know what, we need to defend ourselves. But here, we are so protected that we've actually lost the joy. We've actually lost the color. So we've got a bit of a conflict going on, hence the quarrel. So Virgo, what does this mean for you? Mars in Cancer, which gives you the energy of quarrel. Now, quarrel is not fist fight, Quarrel is just disagreement, argument. It's just a little bit of, I want to care for you, but in caring for you, I'm limiting and restricting you. That is a quarrel. And this is saying to you, Virgo, that for this week of the 29th of Jan to the 4th of Feb, you are going to find yourself being on various sides of quarrels. People may be quarreling with you. People may be arguing with you or restricting and limiting you, or you may be the one doing the arguing, doing the quarreling. But it's almost like there's these mixed understandings. Okay, so this is what I get here. The leopard, just because you see a leopard doesn't mean the leopard wants to attack you. In this particular case, this hand is trying to protect you, trying to keep you safe, but you're seeing it as restricting and limiting. But it's just different perspectives of the same situation, which creates the quarrel. So Virgo, the message for you this week is to ensure that there is clear communication and clear understanding of people's intentions, and to make sure that we are all on the same page, that we're all on the same understanding. And we must never allow ourselves to get caught up in the chaos, okay? Because quarreling gets you nowhere. But if we have understanding of the situation, our reaction and our response will be different, and we can avoid the quarrel altogether. So Virgo, very interesting for you this week. I do hope that you're able to avoid the quarrels and to have clear understanding of circumstance before reaction. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care. Libra, hello and welcome. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you. So Libra, I am giving our Tarot of Oneness mini edition a shuffle. Let's cut the deck. And let's see. Card number 1 for you, Libra. We have got the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, clearly a rainy day. And then we have bright blue sunshinies, and we've got the Inspiration of Swords. I love the contrast between the rainy day and the bright day. But now let's grab our oracle, and this is the oracle of the radiant sun. Interesting. Look where we're going with this, Libra. And let's give it a shuffle, setting the intention for Libra to see what is the week ahead all about. Cards are cut. Grabbed a card. Let's put those aside. And for you, we have the Sun in Aquarius. Oh, that's interesting, because we do have our Sun in Aquarius at the moment. We are in Aquarius season, which is quite interesting. And Sun in Aquarius is all about idealism. Idealism. ism. Am I saying it right? It's one of those tongue twister words. All right, we'll get on to that one in a second, but let's have a look. Four of Cups. Sorry, I keep saying four. It's the Five of Cups. I do apologize. The Five of Cups, Libra. You know, imagine yourself looking out of this window, seeing these storm clouds, all the rain, the wet roads, you know, and on that particular day, you had the most amazing picnic planned for you and your loved ones. Can you imagine the disappointment? Can you imagine the sadness? Can you imagine the, I'm even going to go as far as call it frustration? Because your plans are now unable to take place because of weather, because of the rain. So it's that feeling of having all these plans. You know, sometimes if you've got nothing planned and it's a rainy day, it can be beautiful sitting at the window watching the rain. It can be so therapeutic. But if you had plans that required sunshine and outdoors and then it rains, it really puts a dampener on the situation. And that's what the Five of Cups is all about. It's all about the disappointment of things not quite turning out the way that you had hoped or the way that you had expected. Then you get the Inspiration of Swords. Now, what I love is, first of all, as I said earlier, the contrast in colors here. We've got doom and gloom, we've got bright and sunny, we've got a bird, birds represent freedom, we've got clouds representing happiness and joy. But we have this box that's opened. We've got some cogwheels, okay, cogwheels turning, and there is, I don't even know what that is. Let me see if I can bring it closer, see if you can identify. What is that? I'm not quite sure what it is, to be honest with you. No, a magnifying glass, of course. Sorry, look at me, magnifying glass. We've got some sacred geometry kind of scenarios here, but it's the open box that intrigues me. And we've got pen and paper, pencil, pen and paper that have come out from the open box. So the Inspiration of Swords in traditional tarot would be the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords for me is always the card of learning. It's the card of lessons. It's the card of understanding. And if you think about, and I'm going to get quite scientific here, but if you think about a box, if I gave you a box and you didn't know what was inside the box, while you're holding that box, while that box is sealed, that box has the potential to have absolutely anything inside it, from money to your favorite toy, to your favorite apparatus, to your favorite musical instrument. I mean, it can have your favorite item of clothing. It can have a brand new cell phone. The potential of what is inside that box is yeah, you know, there are no limits. But as soon as you open the box, as soon as you face what's inside it, suddenly reality sets in. And that's what's happening here. We've got a bit of reality setting in. So the Inspiration of Swords is about knowledge. It's about understanding the truth. The box is open. It has revealed its contents. We have to climb out of our heads of potentiality, idealism. We have to face the truth. And that is what the Sun in Aquarius is all about. You know, idealism is about not living in fantasy. It's about having fantastic ideas and opinions and aspirations, but it's also about remaining practical and down to earth about what is true. So, Libra, what does this mean for you for the week ahead? It tells you that things are not quite going to go according to plan, but it's telling you to take a long, hard, honest look at the contents of your box. Your box represents your life at the moment. Open the box, face the truth of what's in there, even if it is disappointing, even if it does cause a little bit of, you know, unhappiness to your heart. But look inside the box, because it's in being truthful and honest and having ideal options, truth available to you. That is where we find the truth that we're looking for in life. So this is going to be a little bit of a hard week for you, Libra, because things are not going to go according to plan, and you are going to have to face some uncomfortable truths in your life. But you know what? I think once you open the box, yes, there may be disappointment, but I also think you will be pleasantly surprised that it's not all as bad as you imagine or perceive it to be. But while that box is closed, you're imagining it to contain the worst. You're imagining it to be worse than it actually is. But as soon as you open the box, the disappointment will be there, but it won't be as bad. All right. Sending much love and many blessings, Libra. I do wish you an amazing week ahead. And until we connect again, take care. Scorpio, hello and welcome. Shall we get into your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you? So Scorpio, I am shuffling the Tarot of Oneness, the mini version of the Tarot of Oneness. Let's cut the deck and let's see what we have for the week ahead. So card number 1 for you, we have got, oh, the Emperor. That is interesting. The Emperor. Card number 2 that we have for you is the 4 of Wands. I'm loving the colors. Before we start with those interpretations, I am grabbing my astrology cards. This is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Let's give it a shuffle and see what we get from here for all Scorpios for the week ahead as well. Right, let's cut the deck and take a card off the top. Let's put these aside. And here we have, oh, Mercury in Pisces, inspiration. So this is quite interesting because this card has already come out. I forget which zodiac it was for, but for one of the previous zodiacs, we've had this exact card, Mercury in Pisces. All right, but Scorpio, let's start at the beginning. We have the Emperor. So the Emperor within the tarot, here we have, you are the lion, okay? And you are holding your anchor. You have got the power. You have got everything that you need. You are capable of achieving great things. There we have our beautiful planet that is lying there, and we've got your lionesses and your baby cubs in the bushes as well, in the felt. So you are very much the king of your castle. You are very much in control. Dominance, assertiveness, power are all keywords associated with the Emperor. The Emperor does things because it's the right thing to do. The Emperor doesn't necessarily pay attention to the emotions of his lady lions and his baby lions, because that is the job of the lady lion. She is responsible for the emotional side of things. He is responsible for the practical side of things, making sure that everybody is fed, making sure that everybody is protected, and making sure that everybody is taken care of. Emotionally, it's up to the lady lions to deal with that kind of stuff. So Scorpio, this fits with you perfectly because it's telling you that this week you are in control, that you are strong, that you are capable, that you are dominant, that you've got everything under control from a very practical point of view. Here we have the 4 of Wands, and the energy has shifted from control and power. Here it is, it's still very much control and power, but now we've added a dash of color. Have you ever done any of these color runs? You know, where everybody starts off with these kind of white clothing and everybody ends off this array of color. That's 4 of Wands, okay? Everybody is happy. Everybody has achieved something. Everybody has accomplished something because you've run a race, you've walked a race, you've walked a distance. So there's that sense of achievement. It's not so much about who came first as it is about, you know, who enjoyed what along the way. But the 4 of Wands is the card of longevity. It's the card of commitment. It's the card of recognizing that the things we do today will benefit us in the future. So here we've got 2 really, really powerful cards that are coming through for you. But now let's bring through Mercury in Pisces. Mercury is the planet of the intellect, of communication, of understanding, and Pisces is about dreaming and fantasy and love for everybody, okay? And if we put those 2 together, inspiration is absolutely what we get. So Scorpio, this is Spirit saying to you that you are going to be inspired this week to take control of a circumstance, to take control of your life, to be that leader, that dominating leader in your life, but to also have a little bit of fun while succeeding, achieving, accomplishing, and understanding the longevity of a situation. So you've got to allow your inspiration to truly, truly guide you to be inspired this week, Scorpio. Do not suppress your inspiration. Do not limit or restrict your inspiration. This is not the week for that at all. This is the week for understanding the power that you have to understand the future and what you want for yourself in the future, and that now is the time to make those changes, to take those steps, and to move in that direction. Let your inspiration guide you to fabulous this week, Scorpio. I'm going to leave it there with love and blessings from my heart to yours, and until we connect again, take care. Sagittarius, hello and welcome. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you. So I'm using my mini tarot of oneness. Let's give it a shuffle, setting the intention for Sagittarius. Listen to me, I'm still stuck in Scorpio. For Sagittarius, let's cut the deck. Card number 1, Sag. How beautiful is that? The 6 of Swords. Love, love, love the colors. And card number 2 we have, oh, we're on the water today, hey? 3 of Wands, right. I'm going to leave those 2 there for a second, Sag. And I'm grabbing our Oracle of the Radiant Sun, which are my astrology cards. Let's give them a shuffle and see what message they have for you this week. Okay. Let's cut the deck right at the back there, apparently, and take a card off the top. Oh, this is interesting. Charity. Okay, Charity, which is Saturn in Cancer. Saturn in Cancer. Okay, Cancer is a water sign as well. So we've got all this water energy. Water is emotions, all right? Water is emotions. But Sag, if we have a look at this first one we've got is the Six of Swords. You can see the boat over here, and the boat is going down the very calm waters. It's important that we note how calm those waters are. And up ahead, it looks glorious. There's color, there is light, it looks joyful. It looks a little bit dark and dreary here where we are, but we're moving towards the light. Six of Swords is the card of leaving the past behind and allowing yourself to move forward. It's about also recognizing that you don't necessarily know what you're working towards or what you're going to, but there is this hope that whatever we're working towards is better than what we're leaving behind. And then if we look at our Three of Wands, here is the tip of the boat, okay? Here is the front of the boat. There's other boats over there. And again, we're moving in this direction. We're moving to the light. So there's a lot of similarities between these two cards. The Six of Swords is more about what we're leaving behind and hope for the future. And the Three of Wands is about recognizing how far you've come on your journey and how much further you have to go. So again, similar messages, but slightly different contexts, if I can put it that way. So I'm going to say to you, the Three of Swords is acknowledging you're already on your journey. You've already embarked. You've already started. It is about recognizing how far you have come and how much further you have to go. Whereas here, it's about the hope for a better tomorrow. That is the real only difference between these two cards. We do have Saturn in Cancer, which is giving you a key word of charity. So this is, I find, very interesting because, you know, Sag, you as a personality are very concerned about the happiness of people around you. Everything you do is about bringing a little bit of fun, a little bit of laughter, a little bit of happiness into the lives of those around you, because that's just who you are. So I think it's this week saying, even though you are leaving something behind and moving towards a better life for yourself, and this is something that you've already embarked on, but we're not quite there yet, Charity is telling you that you can afford now, at this stage, you can afford to actually pay attention to the people around you and see who else needs to get in your boat, who else needs to come with you, who else do you need to take along for this ride, because that's what charity is. Charity is giving of yourself for the benefit and assistance of others. So it's definitely a week for you to recognize that you have already made change, initiated change for yourself. This is not the week for adjusting or changing anything. Your destination or your path is already laid out in front of you, but it is about seeing where you can be of kindness and assistance and compassion for other people in your life. So this is not a week of self, because your progress, your route has already been mapped out. Things are already happening for you, but it is a time for us to be more mindful of other people around us, to see how we can help and benefit. Sorry, I was trying to flick off a piece of dust. How we can help and benefit the other people around us. So Sag, interesting one for you this week. It is more about other people than it is about you, but it is also about recognizing that you can hold on to hope. You're already partway there. You're moving in the right direction. Sending you so much love and many blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care, Sag. Capricorn, hello and welcome. Let's get into your reading to see what does the week ahead have in store for you. Giving the cards a shuffle. This is the mini tarot of oneness. Giving it a shuffle. Let's cut the deck and let's see what your message is for the week ahead. So Capricorn, card number 1 that you have is strength. How beautiful is that bear? And card number 2 that we have for you, which has just come up for Sagittarius, is the Six of Swords. Okay, I'm going to leave those two over there. I'm grabbing our oracle, and this is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, which is an astrology deck, and let's shuffle it and see what wants to come through. Okay, cards are shuffled. Let's cut for you there, Capricorn. Taking a card off the top, you have got Venus in Taurus. I wasn't looking. Venus in Taurus, which gives you romance. Oh, this is so interesting. So Capricorn, what is romance? Let's just take a second to talk about romance. You know, forgetting about the I wanted to say forgetting about the adult version of romance. Romance is basically two people or a person and a circumstance, a person and a situation, a person and a thing, a person and a person, but coming together with absolute love and admiration for each other. Okay, that kind of emotion that consumes you, that emotion that excites you, that passion that we have. We've got the tarot card of strength, and the tarot card of strength, Capricorn, is telling you that you are stronger than you realize. If you look at this artwork, can you see that this is a hand? I'm going to put my hand like this so that you can see. So here is the thumb and there are the fingers, and it's almost like they're reaching out. They want to stroke the bear's face. This is a wild bear. You're supposed to be afraid. You're supposed to run away. You're not supposed to be brave enough to reach out and to, give romance, give love, give affection, to show affection to a wild animal. But you're doing it. So Capricorn, this is a week of climbing out of your comfort zone. This is a week of facing your fears. And this is a week of showing love and compassion for things that you are most afraid of, and understanding that you are stronger than you realize, because you're actually capable of doing so much more than you realize. We have the Six of Swords. So there's a couple of things in this particular card, in this artwork, that I want to show you. So this is the boat that you're in, okay? You can see this little blue and orange kind of coloring down the bottom here represents maybe your clothing or your bags or something like that. On the side here, we have all these feathers, and those feathers represent everything that's important and significant to you. So the Six of Swords is moving. We're on water. We're in a boat. We're on water, and we're moving in that direction. Can you see how calm the waters are? There is like not a ripple in sight. These waters are so calm. You can see that it's possibly nighttime. We are moving towards this area over here, which is illuminated. It is shining so bright. It is vibrant. It is glowing. It is gorgeous, okay? And this is you moving towards what you hope are better times, what you hope are better situations. You are leaving your whole past behind and you are moving forward. Is it scary? Damn right. Of course it is. But you know what, Capricorn? You're stronger than you realize. And if you are brave enough, courageous enough to reach out and to touch the thing that scares you the most, knowing that you are moving towards, there is hope that you are moving towards bigger and better, brighter future. But you need to have romance in your heart. You need to believe in love. You need to believe in happiness. You need to believe in success. Venus in Taurus. Now, Taurus is very earthy. Taurus is very stable. Taurus is very secure. And Venus is all about the love. So it's not a fantasy romance. It's practical romance. It's down to earth. It's real. It's real, Capricorn, okay? So romance is possibility. Now, if you're already in a relationship, maybe it's telling you that we're going to spice up the relationship because we're going to face our fears and we're moving towards bigger and better. But love and romance and passion and enthusiasm and excitement are definitely keywords that you need to bring into everything that you do this week, Capricorn. But as long as you are brave enough to reach out and to touch the thing that scares you most, romance is possible, knowing that you are moving towards a better, happier, a life filled with more love. That is what awaits you, Capricorn, and I think that is just fabulous. With love and blessings from my heart to yours, and until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome, Aquarius, and for those of you celebrating a birthday between these dates, happy birthday. I do hope it's going to be a wonderful week for you. But let's see, Tarot of Oneness. This is my mini edition of the Tarot of Oneness. Let's give it a shuffle and see what lies ahead for all Aquarius for this week of the 29th of Jan to the 4th of Feb. Right, Aquarius cards are shuffled. I have cut the deck. Card number 1 that I have for you is the Six of Wands. I'm loving all the colors. And we also have for you the High Priestess. Oh, how fabulous. I haven't seen her in a while. Okay, so I'm going to leave these two cards on the end. I'm going to read them for you in a second. I want to just shuffle our oracle. This is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. It is an astrology deck. Let's give it a shuffle and see what it wants to add to the reading we already have in front of us. Going right to the back and taking a card. We have got the Sun in Cancer. Oh, that's interesting, Aquarius. The Sun in Cancer, which gives us a keyword of resourcefulness. Resourcefulness. Very interesting indeed. Okay, so let's start off with the Six of Wands. Now, I want you to see what these things are. Can you see what these little circles are? Can you make them out? That one's probably the clearest. They are cameras, and these are the flashes on the cameras. So it's your paparazzi. It's your paparazzi flashing lights at you. Now, when you have succeeded at something, when you have won something, when you are victorious, when you are a town hero, the paparazzi will follow you everywhere you go, and they will photograph you. Especially like if you think of our, here in South Africa, sports are our thing. And if we think about our sports teams, when they've been abroad playing participating in some kind of a match or competition or something like that, and they win, when they come back to town, we're all out. We're standing at the side of the roads. We're standing at the airport. We're out in our droves to support them, to welcome them home, and to, just to have that moment with them. And that's the Six of Swords. So Aquarius, what is this saying to you? This is Spirit saying to you that this is going to be a very good week for you, that you are going to be recognized for your accomplishments and your achievements. We've got the High Priestess. Now, interestingly, we don't really have a person sitting here, but imagine that this is you looking out, and this is the view in front of you. On the table here, we have a scroll, we've got some candles, we've got some calm waters, we've got the crescent moon, we've got everything happening, and this is you sitting in your, I want to say in your palace. That scroll that we have there is your scroll of secrets, your scroll of knowledge, your scroll of understanding. It's your resources, because you are full of resourcefulness. And the High Priestess is about having the information inside of yourself and knowing when to use it, not necessarily sharing and giving unless it's absolutely necessary. So you will hold on to secrets, you will hold on to knowledge until you can utilize it for your best interests or for the best interests of somebody else around you. If we look at the sun in Cancer with a key word of resourcefulness, here we have a crow that collect shiny things, grab shiny things, and they hold on to shiny things for whatever reason. I don't understand. But it is about being resourceful and grabbing things that you think can benefit you at a later stage. So you have been resourceful, and now you are being celebrated. You are victorious. You have accomplished so much this week. If people give you compliments this week, just say thank you. You don't have to explain yourself. Keep the information to yourself. How you achieve the success is your secret. You do not have to share that with anybody. But know that you have all the resources available to you to be successful this week, and know that you do not have to share with anybody unless it is something that you want to do. Unless it benefits you in one way or another, do not give your secrets away to anybody. Recognize your success, celebrate your success, allow yourself to have success, and to not worry about anybody else. So Aquarius, this is a really, really good week for you, a week where you are going to have a lot of success and a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. You are full of resources, but keep them to yourself. You don't necessarily have to share with anybody. Much love and many blessings to you, Aquarius. I do hope that you have an amazing week, and again, happy birthday, and until we connect again, take care. Pisces, hello and welcome. Let's get into your reading and see what does this week ahead have in store for you. So Pisces, today I am using my mini tarot of oneness. Let's give it a shuffle. Now let's cut the deck and let's see what is in store for you for the week ahead. Card number 1, Pisces, that I have for you is the 4 of Pentacles. Well, that's such an interesting perspective on that card. Love that. Second card I have for you is the 10 of Wands. All right. I am putting the tarot aside, moving these slightly out of the way. Let's bring out my Oracle of the Radiant Sun, which is an astrology deck. Let's give it a shuffle and see what does it have in store for you. What does it want to add for Pisces for the week ahead? Right, so cards are shuffled, cutting, and taking a card. All right, this is interesting. Generosity. All right, let's position nicely. This generosity card, it is Saturn in Leo, okay? Saturn in Leo is the astrological association that brings us or gives us generosity. So let's start off with the first card we have, which is the 4 of Pentacles. Now, what's the whole point behind the Tarot of Oneness is it's from the perspective of you. So it's as if you are looking out. So imagine you are at the top of this tree. Is it at the top of the tree or is it at the bottom of the tree? I don't know which way we're looking. I honestly do not weigh. I am going to assume that that's the bottom, okay? And here, I want to actually bring it forward and show you because it is too cute. So these are your little paws. So imagine yourself as the little squirrel. And here are all your acorns, all your treasure. There's your tail over there. And you're holding on to everything. Now you've got these other squirrels that are coming along. And obviously they want to come and steal what is yours. They want to share in your loot. They want to share in your loot. And Pisces, you're like, no, hold a second. I'm not giving. You know, I've been giving and giving and giving, sharing and sharing and sharing. You need to go out and get your own. So you're at a point now in your life, Pisces, where you're sort of saying, time out. I'm not sharing any more. It's time to hold on to that which you have. Because you know what? Sometimes generosity, and isn't it so interesting that that is the astrology card that we have, generosity? Because isn't it interesting that sometimes generosity bites you? You know, we often think that being kind and being generous is a good thing. And it's a good thing to do for our neighbors, for our friends, for our family members, you know, and it makes you a good person when you are kind and generous. But every now and again, kindness and generosity come and bite you on the ASS. All right. If we look at this 10 of Wands, here are your hands. There is this boulder, right? And you have dragged this boulder all this way, and now we're on an uphill, and you're having to pull it on the uphill. And who's around there to help you? Who is there to support you? Who is being kind and generous to help you? Nobody, Pisces. You're on your own. Okay, you are completely and utterly on your own. There is no support. Even here, if we look at the artwork, and it's quite interesting because we've got sort of two images, if I can say, but they do look like there's a bit of interaction between the two. Down the bottom here is a whole crowd of people all reaching out, asking for help. We've got this person at the top above them, looking down on them, and he does look like he wants to offer help, but he's not actually making eye contact with them. So he's going through all the motions, but he doesn't seem to be doing anything about it. And is that maybe not what is the case in your life at the moment, Pisces? That everybody says all the right things. Everybody says the right things that makes you feel as if they have the right intentions, but actually when push comes to shove or pull comes to yank, who's there to support you? But when you've got stuff, suddenly everybody comes out the woodworks and wants to take from you. So Pisces, the message for you this week, generosity is always a good thing unless it causes you to be alone through the struggles. Sharing is always a good thing unless it's when people start taking advantage of you. So Pisces, this week, it's Spirit saying to you, generosity, understand that being generous is always good as long as you are not suffering because of it. And because you have this 10 of Wands here, I think you're suffering because of it. And this is Spirit saying to you, no more. No more, Pisces. It's enough now. Okay? It's time for you to take care of yourself. It's time for you to be more focused on your own needs, wants, and desires. Generosity, or as they say, charity, begins at home. So Saturn in Leo, it is about generosity, but I'm telling you to just be careful that that generosity doesn't come back and bite you, because you're struggling at the moment. You truly are struggling at the moment, and you shouldn't have to struggle, Pisces. You shouldn't. So stop giving of yourself unnecessarily, and hopefully the struggle will end. Sending you so much love and many blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.